This is the story. My voice is not clear. It should be. I'm shouting here. Whereas actually I'm shouting here. Jibanangsu, I'm shouting here. Still, is it not clear? It should be clear. It should be clear because I'm shouting. Yes, thank you, Asmita. Now, last day, we actually reading. I know where I'm reading. Actually, I'm reading page number 51. Yes, page number 51. That so far, we completed that. Roger skunk, he suffers from a problem. What was his problem? That whenever he goes to play with the other creatures run away from him because of the foul smell that comes from his body. To solve the problem, Roger skunk went to the wise old owl, and the owl suggested him to meet with the wizard. Now, Roger skunk had gone to meet with the wizard, and the wizard actually, when Roger skunk went to meet with the wizard, he just tapped on his door, and the wizard came out, and the wizard told that what is it there, what do you want, you smell awful and all this. Then the wizard had taken Roger skunk into his room. Okay, and inside that room, lots of things over there. Now, here Father Jack told this to his daughter Jo, that inside that room, all the magic things were stored in a indisciplined manner, in a jumbled up manner, because the wizard doesn't have a cleaning lady doesn't have a cleaning lady. Now, the daughter asked why he doesn't have a cleaning lady. A father answered that as wizard is an old man, that is why, as he was a wizard, that is why he doesn't have a cleaning lady. At this, the daughter asked a question, Daddy, will he die? Will he die? The doctor asked this question to the father, will he die? Up to this we completed last day. So let's start from next part. No, wizards don't die. Father answered that no, the wizards don't die because they are magicians, so they don't die. Well, he rummaged around and found an old stick called a magic wand and asked Roger skunk what he wanted to smell like. Now, Father Jack told this story to his daughter that he rummaged. Here, rummage means a thorough search, a thorough or detailed search, okay, around. So inside that room, the wizard actually searched thoroughly, and he found an old stick called magic wand. Magic wand, actually it's known in Bengali as Jadu Kati or Jadu Dondo. Okay, Jadu Kati or Jadu Dondo. So Father Jack told that after searching this heap where all these things are kept in a disarranged manner, so from there actually the wizard found a magic wand, okay, and magic wand, and he asked Roger skunk that what he wanted to smell like. He asked Roger skunk that which smell he want to have, because he is having very bad smell, so which smell he wanted to have. Roger skunk thought and said roses. So at this, when the wizard asked Roger skunk that which actually smell do you have, at this Roger skunk started to think, and then he told roses. Yes, good. Joe said smugly. Here smugly means self-satisfied, being self-satisfied. Now question is why Joe was satisfied? Because Joe thought herself that she was Roger skunk, and as Roger skunk told that he wanted to be smelled like roses, so Joe was very happy because Joe liked the decision of Roger skunk. that he told that he wanted to smell like roses. Jack fixed her with a trance-like gaze and chanted in the wizard's elderly, irritable voice. Now, Jack actually looked at his daughter with a trance-like gaze. Trance-like means half consciousness, half conscious, okay, as if half sleeping, half conscious. Trance-like gaze towards his daughter and chanted a mantra that the wizard chanted to change the foul smell towards the fragrance of roses, okay? And he just chanted the mantra just like a irritable voice of an old man. And this is the mantra. Abracadabra, hocus pocus, Roger skunk, how do you do? Roses, boozes, pool and air. Roger skunk, you never fear. Bingo. So this is the mantra. Now if you people ask me whether this mantra is important, whether this mantra would come to an exam, my answer would be I don't know. Because this mantra hadn't come to exam yet. Okay? So this time I don't know whether it will come that mention the mantra and chanted by the wizard to change the foul smell to the fragrance of roses. This is the mantra. The abracadabra, hocus pocus, Roger skunk, how do you do? Roses, boozes, pool and air, Roger skunk, you never fear. Bingo. This is the mantra that the wizard chanted, okay, towards Roger skunk, so that his foul smell should be changed to the fragrance of roses. He paused as a rapt expression widened out from his daughter's nostril, forcing her eyebrows up and her lower lid down in a wide, noiseless grin, an expression in which Jack was startled to recognize his wife feigning pleasure at cocktail parties. Now, when Jack was telling this mantra to his daughter, he just looked at his daughter and he saw a peculiar expression in her face. What was the expression? That the daughter was listening this mantra with rapt attention, rapt expression, widened out of his daughter's nostril. As if this is nostril, the whole of our nose is nostril. So as if Jack saw that whenever the daughter was listening to that mantra, the nostril becomes widened, okay? Means the daughter was getting excited. Not only that, the daughter's eyebrows got shot up, the daughter's eyebrow got up and her lower lip come down, okay? Now, seeing that expression, Jack was startled, Jack was surprised, because Jack had seen exactly the same expression in his wife's face when he had taken his wife to the party and when his wife was searching for pleasure. So when the wife searches for pleasure, the wife had the same expression as Jack saw that he had the same expression in his daughter's face as well. So we can understand that there is a great similarity in that facial expression between the little girl Jo and her mother, that is Jack's wife. Earlier also, we saw that there was a similarity between the color of their eyes, you know, and we discussed that that Jack noticed the color of the eyes of his daughter was blue, and the color of the eyes of his wife was also blue. So there was a similarity. Here also was a similarity. Understood the similarity. I'm telling again that when Jack was telling this mantra, Jack saw into the face of his daughter, and he saw the expression where eyebrows got up and lower lip came down, and actually this very expression that made Jack very much surprised, because he had seen the same expression into his daughter, into his wife's face when he had taken his wife to party, and wife actually started to find pleasure. Okay, so same expression here. All of a sudden, he whispered after seeing this expression. Now Jack started again. All of a sudden, the whole inside of the wizard's house was full of the smell of roses. Roses. Roger Peace cried. Now, all of a sudden, as the father told that after the wizard had chanted the mantras, the whole of his room was filled with the fragrance told, and father accepted. Yes, skunk. Yes, Roger skunk. You said Roger fish. The girl told this to the father that you told Roger fish. It should be Roger skunk. Yes, skunk. The father accepted. Yes, skunk. You said Roger fish. Wasn't that silly? No, actually, wasn't that silly? Roger fish. You said Roger fish. Wasn't that silly? The girl again pointed out. The father accepted, yes, it should be Roger skunk. I told her fish. Again, the girl pointed out for the second time that you said Roger fish. Wasn't that silly? Isn't it not? Isn't it foolish enough? Very silly of your stupid old daddy. Now father is getting angry because the girl pointed out the mistake. The father accepted it. Again, the girl pointed out that isn't it silly, isn't it foolish? At this, father told it's very foolish of your dad, or stupid old daddy. Here, father told that I became very stupid. I have become very stupid. I'm very foolish. Now, where was I? Well, you know about the pennies. Now, where was I? The father wanted to continue the story, and he asked the daughter that, do you know about pennies? Now, this is my question also to all of you. Do you know about pennies? What is penny? P-E-N-N-Y. Jimunangsu, what is penny? P-E-N-N-Y. Anyone? Yes. Baby, where from you got this, Jimunangsu? Yes, Sanjana, it's money or paisa. Actually, it's a unit, coin. Yes, Alka. It's a unit of currency. Jimunangsu, horse, baby. This is pony. This should be pony. I'm telling you it's penny. Okay. This is the unit of currency. So here, now there will be 7 pennies. That's written include out. 7 pennies. So the wizard demanded him 7 pennies. Now very silly. Now, well, you know about the pennies, and the girl told you, say, okay. Roger skunk said, but all I have is 4 pennies. And Roger skunk told, okay, you asked for 7 pennies, but I'm having 4 pennies. Means you asked for 7 coins, and I'm having 4 coins. And he began to cry. And again, Roger skunk began to cry because yes, his problem was solved. That is true. But problem was solved. That is true. But the wizard was asking for more pennies, and he did not have that. Joe made the crying face again, but this time without a trace of sincerity. So when father told that, Roger skunk again started to cry because he did not have 7 coins as the wizard was demanding from him. And at this, Joe was making his face as he was crying, though she was not serious. Okay, and at this, Jack was annoyed. Why? Because Jack wanted that his daughter should listen to the story with seriousness. But here, when the daughter actually made her face, that as she was crying, as Roger skunk was crying, as if she wanted to show how Roger skunk was crying. She made her face like this, but she was not serious. And at this, he was very unhappy. Jack was annoyed. Downstairs, some more furniture rumbled. And in that moment, Father Jack heard rumble means this drag, the sound, dragging sound, okay, that made sound. The downstairs, the father heard the downstairs few furniture has been dragged. Means father remembered, Claire shouldn't move heavy things. She was 6 months pregnant. And father we also know that it is Jack's wife, it is Joe's mother, Claire, who was painting the woodwork downstairs. And Jack heard that sound not, or his wife must not, drag the furniture, because as she was 6 months pregnant. So the wizard said, again father continued to tell the story. So the wizard said, oh, very well. Now wizard was so kind-hearted. Wizard saw that Roger Skunk was crying. So wizard told, very well, go to the end of the lane and turn around 3 times and look down the magic well, and there you will find 3 pennies. Wizard was so kind-hearted that the wizard told Roger Skunk, when Roger Skunk was crying, that you must go to the end of this lane. There you must turn around 3 times, and there you see there was a well. It was a magic well. You look into that magic well. Okay, you look into that magic well. Okay, you will find 3 pennies there. Okay, so the wizard was so soft-minded, so generous, that when he saw that Roger Skunk was crying, that wizard told Roger Skunk where from he would get that extra 3 pennies, because Roger Skunk had 4 pennies and the wizard demanded 7 pennies. So Roger Skunk required 3 more pennies and he did not have, and that is why he was crying. So the wizard was so kind-hearted that wizard told Roger Skunk how he would get that extra 3 pennies. He told Roger Skunk that you must go to the end of this lane and you just round 3 times there, and there would be a magic well. In that magic well, there would be a magic well, and in that magic well you will get that extra 3 pennies. Okay? Hurry up. And he suggested Roger Skunk, hurry up. So Roger Skunk went to the end of the lane and turned around 3 times, and there in the magic well was 3 pennies. So as suggested by the wizard, Roger Skunk did the same thing. He went to the end of this lane, he just moved around, he just moved around 3 times, and he found 3 pennies in that magic well. So he took them back to the wizard and was very happy and ran out into the woods, and all the other little animals gathered around him because he smelled so good. So after giving these 3 pennies, Roger Skunk was so very happy. He went into that woodland, okay? And when he went there, every little animals who actually ran away from him, they all came and gathered around him, because now from Roger Skunk's body a fragrance of roses was coming. So it was very nice smell. It was a very nice fragrance. So all the little animals who actually ran away from Roger Skunk, they all came and gathered around him. And because he was smelling so bad, smelled so good, and they played tag. They played tag, baseball, football, basketball, lacrosse, hockey, snooker, and pickup sticks. And they means Roger Skunk and the other little creatures. They played tag. What is tag? A tag is a children's game in which one child chases the other children. Tag is a children's game where one child chases the other children. This is tag. A baseball, you must have seen baseball. Football, you have seen football. Basketball, you have also. Lacrosse, lacrosse is also one kind of team game. Hockey, they played hockey. Soccer means also football. And soccer, football. And pickup sticks. So, question may come that which games Roger Skunk played when his smell has changed to the fragrance of rose. These are the games, okay, that played tag, baseball, football, basketball, lacrosse, hockey, snooker, and pickup sticks. Now the girl again asked, what is pickup sticks? The girl asked, it's a game you play with sticks. The father answered, yes, a pickup sticks means a game that you could play with sticks. Like the wizard's magic wand. The girl is very intelligent because the girl heard that the wizard had magic wand, and magic wand is also kind of sticks. So the girl asked this to her father. Is it like a wizard's magic wand? Kind of. Father told yes, kind of, in that kind of. And they played games and laughed all afternoon, and then it began to get dark, and they all ran home to their mummies. Okay? And so here father stated that they were very happy. They played all through that late afternoon, and it was evening time. It was getting dark, and in that evening they all ran home to their mummies. Okay? To their mummies. Have you understood? So today after this, Understood my class? Do you have any question, any queries? If you have, please, you may ask. Thank you. Let me tell that how many have you joined the class? Yes. Sanjana Sinha is there. Raj Lakshmi is there. Ushmita is there. Saida. Then Bharat. Okay. So thank you for joining my class. In our next class, we will try to complete this story. So today, it's up to this. Thank you and goodbye.